It's quite a handful, so buckle up. Hi buddy, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. First, once again, I would like to apologize that there's been no videos in the past couple of forevers, but life's been a bit difficult and it was leaving me like emotionally and physically exhausted, so I really didn't have the energy to do anything really. I was just basically lying down in my free time. I was just lying down and trying to comprehend the world as to like what was happening at that point. In the first part of the video, I would like to tell you about the weirdest job experience that I've recently had. And at the end of the video, that's just basically gonna be a rant about Captain Marvel, because we went to the movies to see Captain Marvel and there's been something that's been quite bothering me. And so if you've not seen it, I will give you a heads up so you can skip that part of the video or just like basically click out of the video, because that's gonna be on the very end of the video. Oh, buckle up buttercup, this is gonna be a wild one. I wanted to talk about this specific thing that happened for a while now, but then I just didn't feel like it would be a good idea to record it like right away. I just thought, hey, maybe I should give them a couple of whiles before I go public about them. Of course, I'm not gonna name the company. I'm not gonna name anyone who worked at the company. I'll just say what I had to do and what happened after I did what I was supposed to do. If you only care about money and you have no morals or empathy for other people, this is really a job for you. But if you do have morals, that there's no. Some companies will like hire you, like basically in the quotation marks, hire you to do the job for one day. It's basically like a test run. They will not pay you, but you will try if you like the job. Yeah, basically it's just like to test if everyone in that situation is happy and satisfied with what is happening. So I had this kind of a test run day. So like basically the way that they talked about this job position online was, it just made it seem like it was just like a part-time job basically, because the only thing that was written there was filling up registration forms. And when I tried to Google that company, I've not found anything. I asked other people around, they've never ever heard of this company. So basically I was just curious about what the hell is happening. So I sent them my information, like the necessary information, like my resume. They asked me to go for a job interview with them. So it was fine, dandy, yeah, like the job interview itself, it was nice. At least like the boss, he appeared to be very like a good person. Yeah, appeared to be. I'm not saying that he was, I don't know that, but he just appeared to me like a good guy. As he stated, he said like tomorrow if you could go for a test run, just wear some comfortable shoes, because there might be like you might have to get out of like here and walk about 20 meters to the client. No, that was not the case. Next day I arrived there, because like the day before they told me that I would go there and I would be there for about 2 to 3 hours. Remember that. When I got there on the test day, it was till 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. So it already was like a bit off. Yeah, like suddenly some other hours appeared out of nowhere. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll go. I'm just really curious about what you guys do. Like I already think that I don't want to work here. It just seemed to me that they were trying to hide certain things from me, just to make sure that I would go with them. Everyone was just flying around their paychecks, showing me like how much money I could make if I worked there. Like they're fishing. And they're really hoping that I would catch the bait. I arrived there, suddenly I found out that I'm supposed to be there for far longer than I originally anticipated. But fine, doesn't matter. They said that I should go in the car with them and we drive to a completely different town. Like I could have been kidnapped at that point. Just who knows. Over there we got out of the car. I don't know if it's like in other countries, but there's like a law that you cannot knock on someone's door, like on someone's front door, unless you know them, or like unless you've previously discussed with them that you are gonna arrive at that time. The law is that you cannot knock around the houses and sell things or offer things. And these guys, they just found like the little gap in the law that they were basically saying that they are not offering anything, they're not selling anything, but they are just checking something, and that is not mentioned in the law, and therefore it's basically allowed. And so we like got in the first house, went by the elevator to the very top floor, and since that top floor we were just knocking on each door, individual door, hoping that someone would come out and talk to us. Like 90% of the people who actually opened the door, they just started cussing at us and just yelling at us that they were gonna call the cops. But it was still my test day and I didn't want to like judge too quickly before I have like more information that I should have. And it was just like we spent there since 9 a.m. basically till like 2 to 3 p.m. Yeah, and over this time, yeah, I don't know how many people we've knocked at. Yeah, just I don't know how many doors we tried to get in. But out of all of these people, only 2 people let us discuss with them what we had to discuss with them. But like if you have to rely, if your salary relies on how many clients you have in a month, I just think that hoping they would open the door while knowing that they are probably just gonna yell at your face or they're gonna call the police, it's just not really worth it that much. The guy who had me like under his wing that day, he just kept saying that he wanted me to know honestly if I liked the job or if I did not like what was happening, because he wants people to be straightforward with him, to be completely honest with him. Yet when we were walking around the apartments, he clearly told me, yeah, he told me he didn't tell the other people, like his potential clients, he told me that he is hiding some information from them, because if he did tell them the complete truth, they would not sign the papers, which makes sense because like it's just so bad. Like if you did tell them the information, you would not screw them over, but it would be being straightforward with them. So like it was just kind of a hypocrisy. Like wait, you want people to be straightforward with you, but you will not be straightforward with the other people. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. I don't know how to wrap my head around it, but it just really seemed like a bad job. I believe like it was only the first, maybe the second like building, like apartment building that we got out, that the police approached us saying that some people called the cops on us. In my life, I was just taught to not lie and just to tell the truth, especially to the police. Not this guy. I mean, like, thank God the guy didn't, like, the guy who had me under his wing, he didn't push me under the bus. He said, like, it's not, she doesn't really work here. She's, like, it's just her test run day. Yeah, so they didn't want my ID. But then the police said some witnesses had mentioned that you drove in this car and 4 people got out of the car. Is that true? Like I thought like, yeah, that's the truth. But the guy said no. There was only 3 of us. Me, this girl, and the driver. And in my head I was just like, you're such a liar! You can't lie to the cops! So they said, you do it again and we will get you to the police station. Yeah, we'll drive you to the police station and you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. But then he waited till the cops like left behind some corner of another building, that he said, okay, let's continue. And I just thought, why do you want to continue? We had cops on our ass already, and you wanna keep going? I couldn't just say I'm leaving because like I had no idea what I was, and I had no idea how the hell would I get back. So we just kept going. We went to another apartment building, we knocked on someone's door, and then when we left that building, the cops arrived once again. But the guy said, no, we've not been knocking on any door. Exactly as you told us, we didn't do anything. We just waited here for our driver to get here. But he's still nowhere to be found. I don't know like what kind of household he was raised in, but lying is bad. The cop then even said like, okay, you either gonna give me contact like on the driver, or I'm putting handcuffs on you and you've been drove to the police station. Twice? Haven't the cop been called on us twice that day? Like within 20 minutes? And like when I already told you at the beginning that it was supposed to be 2 to 3 hours and then it was changed to 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It was changed again. At around 2 p.m. the boss called the guy. He gave me the phone because like the boss wanted to talk to me, so and he said like he's got like some meetings. I was supposed to be picked up by the boss, yeah, and then suddenly he has meetings and he cannot go pick me up. Well shit, that sucks. They really wanted me on their team because for this type of a work you really have to be trustworthy. You have to appear like the good person. And because I thought it was just gonna be like a normal office work, so I just thought I would dress up as if I was going to office work. Whilst the other guys who in that company, they just looked as if it was a laundry day. Then they like literally said like I would be perfect for the job because I look like an office girl. I just look trustworthy. Like the boss offered that if I did accept the work position, he would pay me for the test day. So for the first test day, I would have 234 euro for one day. I don't know, I like declined that work because like I just thought like I feel for people and I don't want to screw other people over for my benefit. It's just like I cannot do that. It just seems like a really bad thing to do. And he also said like you should go here, like it's a lot of money, you got a lot of money, you should go here. Like of course you're getting a lot of money, you're screwing people over. And usually when you screw people over, you're gonna get paid a ton. Oh my god. Really, like I don't care about money, I care about the atmosphere. I would rather work minimum wage and that I would not have cops on my ass. Is it too much to ask? But hey, now for the Captain Marvel movie. So to those of you who are leaving this video, hope you enjoyed it. And to those of you who are willing to watch the rest of it, strap in. There was a thing that timeline-wise didn't make sense. So like the thing that was like quite confused, me, it was not confused. I was the one who was confused and still am. There's one Tesseract. Only one. It was locked in a pyramid. Not really a pyramid, it was like, you know what I mean. Somewhere in Germany. It was locked up away. No, it wasn't in Germany. It was somewhere locked up. Stolen by Hydra. Steve Rogers fell with the Tesseract in ice in the 40s. They pulled it out of the ocean in circa 2012. I don't remember the exact date, so let's just say 2012. They pulled it out of the ocean in 2012. Throughout that time, since the 40s till 2012, it was in ocean. But in this movie, in the 80s, maybe 90s, I don't know, the Tesseract was in a spaceship, and then it was hidden by Fury and the space cat. How on earth would he get from being on a plane with Steve Rogers in the 40s to magically appearing on a spaceship in the 80s, 90s, and then magically appearing back in the ocean together with Steve Rogers? It just makes no sense to me. But if I'm missing something, please send me a message. Don't put it in the comments down below, because like some people might look down and they could read it and just be sad that they've not seen the movie yet and that it's been spoiled to them or something. Send me a message. Feel free to call me dumb. I don't care. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to put the like button right in and I'll see you on the flip side. Woo!